We believe history is a straight line, a clear record of how we got here. But if you look closer, that line is full of gaps. There are cities that shouldn't exist, weapons from the past that defy modern physics, and entire groups of people who simply walked out of existence. Today, we go beyond the textbooks. Welcome back to Discover the World in 10. You've seen the famous signals and the strange manuscripts, but the archive of the unknown is far larger. Today, we explore 10 new historical mysteries that continue to baffle scientists. And at number 1, a 2,000-year-old corpse that looks like it died yesterday. Let's descend. Around 1200 BC, the Great Bronze Age civilizations, the Hittites, the Egyptians, and the Mycenaeans, suddenly collapsed. The cause? A mysterious confederation of sea-borne raiders known only as the Sea Peoples. They burned cities to the ground and vanished just as quickly as they arrived. We have their images carved in stone, but we have no idea where they came from, what language they spoke, or where they went after destroying the ancient world. In the highlands of Laos, thousands of massive stone jars are scattered across the landscape. Some are nearly 10 feet tall and weigh several tons. They are over 2,000 years old. Local legend says they were used by a race of giants to brew rice wine, but archaeologists are stumped. How were they moved? And why would a civilization spend centuries carving thousands of giant stone containers in the middle of a field? Archaeologists have found over 100 of these strange 12-sided bronze objects across the former Roman Empire. They have holes of different sizes and knobs on every corner. The strange part? There is zero mention of them in any Roman text. They aren't weapons, they aren't standard measures, and they aren't toys. Were they astronomical tools, knitting devices, or part of a forgotten religion? After 2,000 years, we still don't have a single clue. In 1992, a Chinese villager decided to pump water out of a small pond, revealing a massive, man-made underground complex. The Longyou Caves are 30,000 square meters of precision-carved siltstone. Every wall is covered in perfectly parallel chisel marks. There is no record of their construction in Chinese history, and no tools were ever found. How did ancient builders remove 1 million cubic meters of rock without leaving a single trace of their work? The Byzantine Empire held on to power for centuries thanks to a terrifying secret weapon: Greek fire. It was a liquid flame that could be sprayed from tubes, and it would continue to burn even on top of water. The formula was so top secret that it was lost to history. Modern scientists have tried to recreate it using napalm and chemicals, but nothing matches the descriptions of the original liquid fire that saved Constantinople. We've all seen the giant animal shapes in the Peruvian desert, but the mystery isn't just how they were made, but why. Recently, AI discovered 143 new lines that were invisible to the human eye. They can only be seen from hundreds of feet in the air. Why would a civilization that couldn't fly create massive art for an audience in the sky? The precision of the lines suggests a level of geometry that shouldn't have existed in the region 2,000 years ago. Found in an Egyptian tomb in 1898, this small wooden object was originally labeled as a bird model. But it has no beak, no legs, and its wings are perfectly aerodynamic. Modern flight engineers have tested the design and found that it is a highly functional glider. Was this just a toy? Or did the ancient Egyptians understand the principles of aviation 2,000 years before the Wright brothers? In 1513, Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis compiled a map of the world. The shocking detail? It shows the northern coast of Antarctica, 300 years before the continent was officially discovered. Even more disturbing, it shows the coastline without ice, as it looked 6,000 years ago. How did a 16th century mapmaker have access to geological data from the prehistoric era? In the heart of southern Africa lies a city of towering stone walls, some 36 feet high, built entirely without mortar. This was Great Zimbabwe, the capital of a lost empire. When Europeans first saw it, they refused to believe Africans built it, claiming it must be the work of biblical kings. We now know it was a thriving African hub, but we still don't know why this massive city was suddenly abandoned in the 15th century, leaving its golden history to the wind.
Finally, number 1. Meet Lady Di. She died over 2,100 years ago in China, but when her tomb was opened in 1971, doctors were horrified. Her skin was still soft and moist. Her joints could still bend. She still had type A blood in her veins, and her internal organs were perfectly preserved. She was found floating in a mysterious clear liquid that evaporated almost instantly. To this day, science cannot explain how her body remained in a near-living state for 2 millennia, while every other mummy in history turned to dust. The more we dig, the more we realize how little we actually know. Which of these historical glitches do you find the most fascinating? Tell us in the comments. And if you're a real human and not a bot, hit that subscribe button to help us grow. Thanks for watching Discover the World in 10.